the 7 Oscar Fox Fox and now HS0ZPX. I've been working a little bit on a project. I was talking about it on multiple occasions with people that I started to see into and dig into the idea of building myself a quad antenna here in Thailand. So back in Belgium I've got a 2-element cubical quad, and here I've got the Yagi, but the Yagi is too noisy, so I have been working on solutions for a quad antenna here locally here in Thailand. And the first tests are very positive. Let me show you what I've done. I think a lot of people might be interested in this subject. So this is the quad 1 element. I just put the 20-meter aluminium wire on there. So it's basically very simple. You have a cross, so an L bolt, a L profile in metal, and right in a little bit down the middle, because the tube is gonna go in here. A little bit down in the middle, I have connected both. So the problem is I cannot find any bloody spreaders here. No spreaders available in Thailand, so I need to take care of myself, trying to find solutions with whatever I can find here. And the perfect solution are these tubes here. These are water tubes. It's 1.1 inch water tubes, as you can see right here. There you go. So that's, I think, 8.5 milliliter diameter, so 1.1. And these tubes, they're relatively cheap. One tube is only 90 baht, which is about €2 and €2.30, something like that. So they'll probably crack when you use them alone. So I had to improvise, and for the purpose of this video I pulled this one out a little bit. So I have done, what I've done here is I have taken a bamboo stick and put it in there. So this seems to do a perfect job. I've done some very serious stress tests, and it really looks pretty neat. It really looks nice. I don't know if I can see any of your comments, guys. Maybe give me a comment so I can see if it just scrolls on my screen, or I'm not doing a lot of live streams straight from my phone here, so I don't know. Okay, so there you go. That's how the center part is done. So I've made a U-bolt here. Of course, it's just behind this tube here, so I didn't want the U-bolt to interfere. So I put a couple of pieces of plastics to lift up, because otherwise that bolt is gonna ruin the plastic. So I put 2 other pieces of plastic, which just is the size of the bolt. So the bolt, it sticks out there, just, you know, just with the screw, just like this, and this height here of these 2 pieces of plastic is just high enough to level out the bolt, so the plastic is not going to be affected by the bolt, because if you push it in there, probably is going to be a weak point. So I don't want to have a weak point there. This is the U-bolt. So the tube comes in here, the boom comes in here, and just by the fact that it's a 90 degree cross here, so it's just, you know, 90 degree here, that's what I mean, or 180 degree from each other. Seems to do a great job. So, and I put some clamps there, these clamps that you use normally for water hoses. So basically €2.50 for the tube, right? These are maybe €0.50 each. That's €3.50. I'm gonna take one more of this clamp here in the middle. So that's €1 more. So that's €3.50. That's €4, more or less, with the clamp in the middle. These are just in French they say tige fileté. So you just have to bend it, and then you just have to fix it. And I just put 2 bolts in here so it just stays nicely in place. It's not gonna move like this. It can move, but I prefer not to see too much of a movement in that direction. And how do we fix the aluminium wire? I don't know where I can see these messages here. If you guys just send me a message, I'm not sure. Maybe I need to wait a moment. I'm gonna try to rotate my phone. Okay. Yeah, it's locked. Let's get back to the device. So I cannot rotate. Anyway, I tried to make my point clear. So that's how one cross is done. One tube is 4 meters. At 3 meters, this is the driven element, right? So at 3 meters and I think it's 77, 3 meters 77 from the center point. That's where I have another clamp. There you go. And this clamp over here, I fixed. This is from a water hose tube, right? This here. It's very inexpensive. And inside I put a rubber tube. This rubber is used here in Thailand for catapults. So I bought it. I think 1 meter was like €2. So one tube plus the clamps plus this clamp is more or less about €5, maybe €5.50. Let's make it easy. Let's say it's €5. So for €20 you have a cross that you can use for a quad antenna. Wow, that's cheap, huh? The aluminium tube, or the aluminium that I bought, I like here in Thailand is that if you buy bolts, you buy nuts, any kind of stuff, you buy nails, they don't sell it per piece, they sell it per kilogram. And 1 kilo of any of these bolts is less than €1. It's like 80 cents. So it's just ridiculously cheap. Okay, so this is the aluminium wire. Bloody cheap. I got 1 kilo. I checked it. 1 kilo is about 60 meter of this aluminium cable. 60 meter. That means that, for one element, which is 20, let's say I do a 3-bander, 20, 15, and 10. So that's 25, that's 40. So I could even do 17 with it. And I probably, 1 kilo of this aluminium wire, and it's pretty bloody strong, is only 240 baht, which is, what is it, €7? So for €7, let's make it 8. You can have all the bands. You can have 20, 17, 15, 12, and 10. It's cheap. So you got the loop. This is how a loop is built. If you have never built a quad antenna, okay, goes all around. It's going through these rubber catapult, whatever tubes. It's very mild, it's very soft, it's very gentle, so it won't suffer. It's not gonna suffer from anything. It's flexible, okay, and go around, and the exact distance of this outer wire for 20 meter is 21.48 meters. So 21 and 48 centimeters, 21 meter and 48 centimeter, and that's it. I just put it on the top of the, not on the top, somewhere in the middle of the tower, so you can see on my tower here there's like a tube sticking out, okay, and the tube that sticks out there, I just have to lift it up with a winch. It's very easy, it's very light, you know, the total amount of weight is maybe like 10 kilos, so it's not that bad. And I pull it up with this rope here that you can see, and I just pushed this one into the tube that is right there, and I tested the SWR. It was 1/1 basically on 14 point, so this is a 1/2 balun. This is a 1/2 balun, 600 watts, rated 600 watts. I've been using this one in Belgium with a 1.5 kilowatts. I didn't have any issues until one time it started to burn a little bit, and I had to clean it up. And you know, I'm not pushing such a tremendous power here in Thailand, but basically this is perfect. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna continue to put some elements on there, and this is a single feed point. So basically what you do, you take these elements, okay, you put another element right there. This is, let's say this is the 15 meter band, and you come back from that element to the same balun. And when you go to the same balun, you'll have a good SWR for the second band. Let's say it's 15 meters. And then you, I need to check the distance from the center to the edge of the spreader, where I should put the second 15 meter, where I should put these clamps. You know, I need to, and I don't want these cables to be like tightened. I don't, you know, I could pull it out a little bit, but I don't want to have it tight, that one. I want to have it a little bit flexible, so it can, you know, it can move around. It's not going to put any pressure at all on these aluminium wires that are used here. So basically I calculated, if I would make a 4-element quad, the total price will be somewhere around less than 200 euros. That's ridiculously cheap, knowing that quad antennas, they sell them for, what is it, $3,000. I don't know how much they ask, but is it going to be as strong as, because the part that I think I save a lot of money on is probably on the spreaders that are not fiberglass. But I've been told by the experts in bamboo tubes, if you cap it here, if you put a cap in there and you put a cap at the edge, it's isolated. It will be hidden in the plastic tube. They just told me, you can see the bamboo stick here. They told me the bamboo will probably last easily about 10 years, maybe even longer. So that's the plan. And let me explain you how I will pull this antenna up. I'll do it the easy way, element by element. So I take that rope, I'll have a winch. I'll go all the way up and come down. So imagine this antenna, just the boom is there, right? So you just have the boom, there is no elements, okay? I'll probably take, this is 5 meters, this Yagi. So if I would have an 8 meter long boom, probably go up there, slide the boom in the U-bolts that's on top, slide it all to the edge, okay? Maybe like half a meter or 1 meter, it will stick out there. I'll stand up, pull this one up, And once it's up there, with because I've done it just right here, I just slide it in, and this will be the driven element. And then I'll take the reflector, and I'll do the same. I'll put the reflector on there, slide it in there while it's sticking out like 1/2 meter, and then fix the reflector. And then I'll slide the director into the boom to the right distance. And then from there on, when that's done, I slide the entire boom to the opposite direction until there's only 1 meter sticking out of it. And I'll take the first director, I'll just pull it up, slide it in, put the second director, slide it in, and then just move it like this, and piece of cake, everything is done. You got a 4-element quad. I'm just going to use Easy NEC to check if I could put, for example, like 1 extra element for the 10 meter, or maybe even 2 extra elements for the 10 meter band. So I would have like 4 elements for all the bands, and 10 meter I would, have 2 extra elements. That would mean that I would have a 6 element on 10 meter. That would be absolutely perfect. That's going to be a beast of an antenna, an absolute beast. I cannot see your I cannot see your messages, guys. So if you're giving any comments, give comments to each other. If you have any questions, just type them under the video when I finish the live stream. I'll try to respond as much as I can. So one more time, very easy. These L's here, I bought 2 times 2 meters here in Thailand in metal. And these L's, they cost me exactly 120 baht per piece. That is less than 4 euros. So 2 meters, 120. So I can make 2 spreaders, 2 mounting crosses for 2 spreaders for 120 baht, for 4 euro. So that's 4, that's 8, that's 16. 16 euro for the spreader, what do you call it? Spreader crosses, right? Let's call it that way. So that means 4 euro for 2 meters, so that's 2 euro for 1. Then these with the clamps, 5 euro, 10, 15, 20, let's say 25, make it 25 with some, these bolts and a couple of other extras, the plastics that will go inside and all that kind of stuff. That's ridiculously cheap. So that's 50, that's 100, plus the tube in the middle, plus the metal plate and the ballon. I think for 200 euros I can make a 4-element quad here. Ridiculously cheap, absolutely cheap. Wow, I am just knocked off my shoes. Just if you can source local materials, it's pretty inexpensive. Anyway, that's it, guys. So for the time being, I'll probably build a 2-element, the same that I have in Belgium, because I have the tube, that one that is hanging just on top of the weather station. I see the rope is blocking my wind meter. So if I can do that, okay, there you go. This is the tube. This is exactly 2 meters 50, which is the length of the boom for a 2-element. So I will build a 2-element. I'm just gonna source myself with more materials because I need these clamps. I'm out of clamps. So I can put 15 and 10 meters on this cross here. And I'll source myself with another 4 of these cheap tubes. Bamboo. I've got plenty of bamboo. plenty. There's bamboo over there. Bamboo. These are all bamboo trees. You know, I don't need any purchases for these bamboo trees. My father-in-law, he says, Kurt, cut them as much as you want. They're all yours. So, and he is excited as much as I do. That's the crazy thing. So there you go, guys. So my first initial plan is just to set up the quad antenna. This is the direction of Europe. Set it as a fixed direction to Europe. Put the 2 elements. Test it thoroughly. And when the test is completed, on my next travels to Thailand, I'll make my 4 elements. Bang that bloody one down. That 7 element Yagi. Oh boy, I just love the quads. Much better. And then by, let's say, September, October, when I come back, the main project is going to pull up my 4 element quad. Take this one down and put the 4 element quad on there. That's going to be a hell of a difference. Okay, I wish you 70 trees. Sorry for my long run. I hope it's useful. Might just, looking at the reactions, I might make another video with very, very detailed information on how I've been building this quad at such a relatively cheap price. But basically, because we don't, this aluminium, guys, is cheap here. I didn't expect this at all. These tubes are very cheap. If you don't stress it, I don't think it will snap very quickly, because they use it for all kinds of things over here. They use it for many things, and they use aluminium because it doesn't rust. That's the reason why they like aluminium wires, and just they sell them by the kilo. Can you imagine 5-6 euro for 1 kilo? That's 60 meter. That's more than enough for all the bands, I think. I might maybe be wrong, but I'm gonna see. I'm gonna start to cut the wire and see how far I can go. I'll start with the 3 bands, so 10, 15, 20, and if I have some leftovers, I'll start with 17. I like 17 much more than 12. Okay, that's it. 70 trees. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm sorry, I don't know. I'm not very used to use live streams or to do live streams on my smartphone. I really don't. So if I don't see your messages, probably I need to turn my phone and put it in landscape mode to be able to read messages. I'm gonna get a little drink, fresh water with some glasses. 36 degrees over here. Get used to it. I'm not sweating, you know, I'm not sweating. So I hope you guys, you have fun. Another video, nothing related to the Hermes light. Something else. You guys have fun, and if you like these kind of videos, leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll do more of these. HS0 ZPX now going QRT.